as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought the story, I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.
Previously on the Grand Griot competition, the final three poets sought to do battle in an epic showdown to see who will succeed the Grand Griot, Brother Habib. And after 13 weeks of competition, the final two competitors has emerged. The Griotess, Kiana Pearl, and the Griot, Miju.
Tryna keep my mind insane, tryna keep my money the same. Diamonds, they heal the pain, diamonds, they heal the pain. Why does it feel the same? Why does it feel the same? Playing the same game, playing the same game.
Guns don't kill people. People do. But is it also true that deadly weapons and demons can bring the devil out of men? Help him pretend he is God, should he choose. Kids are running for their lives in light-up shoes, too afraid to remember the drill. Had to practice before they could play. Now there's fireworks in the hallway, and it isn't the 4th of July, a scene so grotesque and grim. Turns nursery rhymes into haunted hymns. Hickory dickory dock. A broken boy buys a Glock. The clock strikes 1, the children run, but every exit is blocked. So mommy cannot get in, and there is no safe way out. They are itsy-bitsy spiders that won't survive the water spout, and if they do, they leave washed out. Down came the bullets like rain, and in every puddle of blood, an entire family drowns in pain. Can you imagine? Sending your pride and joy to school in a Paw Patrol backpack, and then the backpack is all that comes back. How do you get back to breathing? It must be the feeling nightmares are laced with, but in its purest form. And the victim count never counts the traumatized too, but survivors die too. And the eyes of every witness can lose their light forever, and all the families, including his, are left more fractured than Humpty Dumpty. It won't ever matter how long it's been. They can never be brought back together again. And what about the mamas who still have to be mamas? And the fathers whose weight was too heavy already, who weren't ready for how tragic life can be. The aftermath the siblings see when hell enters their household after the cold breeze of evil. The day the wheels on the bus went round and round. and dropped babies off at a battleground turned burial ground for their innocence. When the black sheep bites back, a malicious soul that doesn't lack any metal for his madness, his hurt hollers for help. And now it echoes in the silence after every single shot. Because everybody thought he was boy crying wolf.
Do you want to meet Polo? Because the way I up the pole, though, on this horse, I joust bullets through your chest and let them into your soul, though. I'll have you seeing stars through this war like Han Solo, then leave your clothes ragged like a dead hobo. This metal stay long on my hip like Zorro. Watch as I unsheathe the green and red dot and shout, Marco, meet Polo. I ain't taking attendance with this ruler, so don't test this shotty that I'll flash you like a classroom photo. See, you niggas ain't felt the devil cause you his demons in a uniform. Y'all thinking y'all unicorns, but y'all uninformed. Y'all Decepticons while I'm in my Optimus Prime. I've transformed while y'all stay scorched and scorned. But see, I'm snapping them phantoms in your blood like an IV. Then I'll post your face on a t-shirt like it's IG. Don't wire them demons here unless you want them to get addressed like an IP. And I see the winter never left this ignition. No wonder it was so icy. So this barrel blows blizzards to your dome like an AC. I don't have time for you bougie bastards rocking AP. And I don't need handlebars on this motor. I'll slide your body across the dirt like an AV. I ain't a lacquer. Ain't no C on my jersey. I'm a Laker, balling hard like I'm AD. I'm heavyweight, moving dumbbells so I can flex like an AB. Ain't it crazy? It's no biggie if this clip was all a dream. It wouldn't make your eye lazy. When the bell smokes, just know I shot for a long time just to make you recognize the ignition it takes to fire through this trigger with an iron line. This ain't a goofy movie. I stay charged on this stage. This metal singing like Powerline. Marco, me Polo. Hope you got a bulletproof vest. It's the man riding a horse won't protect your chest. You need a Jesus piece so you won't leave in peace.
These ashes taste familiar. This eruption in my chest, the same rumble that's risen in my rib cage before and rattled my core. I remember what's next. And I knew I tasted thunder on your tongue. The way you bolted through my body and made me into rainstorm just to set a forest fire. To watch me burn like the backwood before you bend me backwards, cause bullshit sounds better from the back. Behind closed doors and prison walls. And collect calls when you have 1 minute remaining until the seconds twist into the tick of a time bomb somewhere between the static and the silence, and now I'm swallowed. But you told me about your hunger. How life has dug an angry pit and your stomach was at your way of warning you would eat me alive.
I'm in this deep fried southern grind with 25 cents and some pork rinds. Mama made mashed potatoes and black-eyed peas. And no nigga, please. Ain't no nigga gonna take my Jesus piece. Unless you want a 10-piece with a biscuit. Me and my folks go over the top like gravy, so don't let the southern hospitality fool you. Red beans from these red dots that give him headshots until his head rots. Ain't it funny how the head plots so his head pops till his head drops like a prayer? We make him say cheese before burying shells in his macaroni. These New Orleans saints stay ignited like a blunt. If you want the smoke, then we wake and bake. Pull up the drive-through like a steak and shake. See, bum niggas only powerful when the gun spars. A rugrat grew up watching how the gun scars. Ain't no outlet for a gun charge. And the plug moving clouds to blow another ignition in addition to the body the gun cars. Just slide death out the chamber and let's make the gun starve. Yo! Hey! Hey! Don't trip over me. Don't bicycle kick me. Don't neglect me. Don't walk past me just so you can remind me of the past me that's past me. Like clouds, I wish my bones return to vapor so the hero of my world could be a cloudy day that rains on me. But instead, y'all try to rain over me. Hey! Kingdoms and palaces placed in your footsteps, sentencing me to a dungeon that only I can see. I am not a street performer. Don't look at me stagnant. Don't look at me like some mind pretending to be behind bars. Iron, this steel cage is real. Hey! faces with dead eyes, homing beamers with dead eyes. Ain't no stars in this war, I feel like a Jedi. Fighting Han Solo, praying to a Skywalker that isn't lukewarm. My lungs are a firmament of the waters that constantly splitting every breath apart. I birth sharks with every sigh that I make. It's no wonder people avoid my beach. I mean, when everyone stomps and kicks me like a shell, I wonder how long I will sink to the ocean floors below, because this dirt is drowning me. Your judgment is touching me. I'm losing my virginity again. All the soft parts of me are bleeding on this hard surface. Help me. I am uncomfortable. Help.
You're such a stone of a man. Hard as rock in more ways than one. You're so ingrained that you became granite. With onyx eyes and emotions you buried like fossils, how'd your collarbone get this corroded? How many people have eroded away at your ego? You are chiseled deeper than your jawline. Over time, the craters compromise your composition to your rock solid and stone cold. So thick-souled that most steer clear and never stay. See? They all walk away. Might stumble, but don't stop. They know better because they bumped into boulders like you before. Metamorphic, volcanic, waiting to trip someone back into their trauma. Can't build with every block life brings to your path, but I saw pebbles of potential in you. I was blind to the signs. Naive in the way I navigated, I took pride in polishing the pumice stone. Like charity, how I tried to change your gravel into gemstone, but some stones are better left unturned. Where the fuck is my trophy? I need a belt for how I box my affliction. The way I'm fighting addiction, where the fuck is my award? Let's not pretend my pussy ain't grand prize. Like between my thighs ain't a gold mine, and your man ain't my main miner. He said, I deserve a medal for the way my mouth moves. Ride so smooth, he calls me Mercedes. The way these hips grip the curve of his groin. My sex will make you want a souvenir. Because my body's like a paradise you've never been to. Even after all the hell I've been through, I still feel like heaven on the inside. How dare you hesitate to give me my honors? My ass should have its own accolades. A Grammy for the way I've turned grit into grind. A memento for the moments I stay on your mind. Don't I deserve to be decorated?
My pen pendulum swinging heads off. Ain't no spades in this club. I'm the ace breaking diamond hearts and royally fleshing them into nothing. There are no babies in this crib when I pass the fire. Every drop of ink has a paper flow that never retires. Newsflash, did you get the flyer? This bitch got 9 lives in her claws with a tongue that spits fire. Alcoholic smiles got my mood drunk. Blurry visions cause incisions to my decisions. I banged the hammer on this murder case 2 years ago. You niggas don't know how I move. I carry last wheels in my Smith & Wesson. I make sure that nigga is cocked right before it fucks you raw. My ears and my eyes tear up before it tears up your future. Blossoming storms and cloudy days with this blunt kissing vapors while being showered in this narrow chamber. I aim high cause I came from hazy hills. Smoke covers the black eyes you're blind to. I bob and weave gloves from family that damn me in this exhibition. Like, why is my spine against ropes that hang me over the edge? If blood came from my mouth, just know my op is bleeding numb. I can't feel for another, even when I'm smothered. I'm covered, asleep. I'ma have the count counting bodies cause he ain't catching no homies. These bullets like fangs, they suck and take blood spectacular. But I ain't Dracula, I don't carry a Mac no more. It's called a macula. I got that strap around my scapula while peeling back scalpulas. I'm aiming at skulls while fracturing femurs and fibulas. I'm turning souls to stone like Medusa while dragging medullas. I'm Himula, meaning I'm the final form of Dracula, a vampire that never expires inside this empire. When I approach, I'm over the top like a sombrero, low than jalapeno shells inside your bone marrow. I'm too feral. Shots leaving you shouting, arriba, arriba. I earn my stripes with these shell toes, Adida, Adida. My drip is dropping heads like a guillotine. I ain't nothing nice. Screw that, my cake can cause a poltergeist. Red dots like snake eyes, the way I roll the dice. Taking dead presidents while selling coffers to the culture because they don't know the price. I'm married to this chamber. My clip makes you bend on one knee while my finger rings this trigger. 4.
Your insurance ain't gonna cover this. The cost of a pomalectomy comes out of pocket and of mind. It takes time and talent to trim this much trauma. I've been performing this procedure for years. Packing wounds with paper, I'm a patient of my pain. I use poetry for an operating table when life starts to feel like one. Cold and hard, but writing warms me from the inside. I make every incision intentional. It's unconventional medicine, but when healthcare don't heal you, you gotta use your own hands. So I wash mine before I write. Cause shouldn't surgery be sanitary? Ain't my insides infected enough? A pomalectomy takes a steady palm and a malleable mind. You gotta have a scalpel for a pen to cut through 7 layers of skin the way I do, turn open wounds into scar tissue. I don't do this shit for fun. It's the way I fight to survive. Ain't no clinic that can comfort me the way that I can, and no surgeon that cuts this deep. Self-medicated with no sleep, slicing myself open to find something worth the bleeding. If you're needing a pomalectomy, your insurance ain't gonna cover this.
This ain't about winning to me. My anxiety is all skin, and that's the only score I'm worried about. I'll let y'all judge me so I don't jump. I wouldn't usually fight for fractions, but I finally figured that maybe it's fine. It's distracting my mind from my demons. So when y'all score me, sometimes I hear the numbers in milligrams. It reminds me to pop pills of poetry instead. I'm just trying to get the same pie. But I write sentences I can't even swallow whole. Being Grand Griot never was my goal because the gag is I'm not grand at anything but gutting myself. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck who's entertained. This competition was supposed to ease my pain. I thought the pressure would slow my bleeding. But yet here I am, using my pen to slit my wrist. Just for y'all to give me a 9.6, so fuck delivery. I'm trying to deliver myself. This is the cadence that keeps me from cutting, so I can't care what anyone thinks. I've been on the brink of breaking, so of course sometimes my voice cracks. I'm just trying not to slip through. You can't pick me apart if I'm already in pieces, so you can keep your 9.2. No ratios could ever reflect me. That's why I hear my scores in pounds. I just want y'all to hear the weight in my words so I can get it off my shoulders. It reminds me I don't need to starve myself as a sick way to feel a little lighter. I'm too heavy a writer to fit on any scale. My mind makes its own measure. Some days my every meal is a measure. So when y'all score me, I hear it in calories just to make myself more comfortable tonight. When y'all score me, I'm a pretend it's in grams. Something I can smoke to make sense of the numbers. Like if I'm top 3 and I smoke through a quarter tonight, don't that equal 10 if my math is right? But I'll let y'all check my work. Because my pen is a problem, not a percentage. So y'all's digits and decimals disappoint. So go ahead, score me. And I'll convert it into degrees. Because I can't tell if y'all can count how cold I am. What's the formula for these calculations? Is it the square root of our sin? But even then, it's impossible for me to fall short. But it's like every week I've been coming to court with the judges as a jury of my peers. Just be fair when you deliberate. Your verdict has been my vice lately. I'm not asking for credit for all the time I served. Just give me the score I really deserve. This trial done triggered me long enough. But I've proven my pen beyond a reasonable doubt, and I got way too much conviction for anyone to convict me. I'm only guilty of being the best. I'm a defiant defendant, but my own pen is the plaintiff. So in the case of competition, either way, I still win. I'm numb to all the numbers, so you can score me what you want, and I'll just give myself a chance.
Hey, everyone listen up. This is Big Cal. I ain't need you no more. I'm your coach that's finna work this chopper from your chest to your core. Cause let me tell you, this body right here is from the loo. I'm in my Midwest pocket clutching my tech 9 spazzing like I done lost my damn mind. Cracking tops like a bottle of Hennessy. In the dark alley, knocking niggas out in the 12th round like it's a grand finale. So, hey, brother from another mother, I got another burner that'll leave your buddy smothered. I'm like a convertible, a drop-top shooter. I keep that 9 tucked in my bed pocket since I put demons in cradles. Put this gun to a sucker's lips before it pacifies knives lit. Like a jack-o'-lantern, this clip will shoot hollows till you feel empty inside. I'm still grinning, your tongue still twisted from this homicide. Cause they ain't see shells till they see shells, and now their bodies is down near the seashore. Now I'ma turn their faces into a tombstone. Mount Rushmore. Caught a body so good we had to give it a replay. They wanted to hear the sound of music, so we spun the block like a CD. Scope like a TV saying, good night, to kids like a movie. It's like, hold on, granddad, you looking kinda unfamiliar. Like you've been in a bad neighborhood. I carry metal that carves this cul-de-sac. I'll be Johnny with a 2x4, cause these shells splinter before turning breaths into December. I roll up the dead roaches while I smoke on this ember. Now watch me move like a sniper. Nice and steady when I shoot, it's a jawbreaker. Ed and Nettie, see my word slang dope in these streets. It's like this white KKK and it's so racist that it'll put a nig in the ER. These red and blue lights will play with black skin like a Nintendo Switch. Using a heart like a drug while selling its soul to the streets is a group of black men from a bird's eye, just a pile of bone thugs searching for harmony. But my piece is handcuffed to my trigger finger. Ain't nothing harming me. That's why the Glock 9 harmonized. Up across the sunny side, up of these white edges leaving shells. Their brains yoked in the frying pan. It's like breakfast to me. I like leaving them flat like pancakes. And I ain't your mima, so I'ma slide across the top like butter before the night cuts them in half. If the hollow into the bone marrow raw, then this bacon is cooked. Turn his head up to 360 before his body became shook. I said it ain't sweet out here like candy, man. I leave them hooked. My foreshadows is my word. It's unfortunate that you have to take a look. This pen is sharp. It'll have ink leaking out your chest. Like death became a Dior costume with a bulletproof vest. I'm possessed, holding no deception. Since this obsession had a lesson of sessions, holding tension without an honorable mention. Leaving visions in different dimensions, thanks to the extension of a pension that never had good intentions. So get right with Yeshua. You're either an invention or a soul prepared for division. And honestly, I don't think any nigga is ready for a holy incision. Shh. Attention! This is not a drill. This is a public service announcement. A bright Cuban link is a dog collar for a poodle who is a slave to the devil. Only for him to take your noodle. Since your soul is just a pack of ramen, your spirit was boiled and cooked before prayer in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Both of these poets were put through the fire to be purified, shaped, and fashioned for this endeavor. Who will be chosen? Who will continue this legacy? Who will bear the honor of becoming the next Grand Griot? The wait is over. Tonight, on Iron Sharpeth Iron, 2 griots will commence to do battle, but only one will be crowned the Grand Griot. May the best poet prevail. Your judges for this evening: Poetic Black, written in pain, Eric Moore. The Bar Goddess, Queen B, and last year's champion, the Grand Griot himself, Brother Habib. China Blue, back to you.
All right, y'all. I'm excited. This is what we've been waiting on. This is what we've been waiting on this whole competition and all night long. Again, shout out to everybody that was just in the last competition we had for the Iron Scribe. Congratulations to Mahogany. She did win, Pay. She did win. Only a few more votes than Candy Baby. And that includes the vote that Candy Baby gave to Mahogany from herself. So she did win. So shout out to her.
our winner of the Iron Squad competition at $150 who said, I'm ready to get it in. And speaking of voting, before I keep going, don't forget to go over there and vote for Iron Sharpeth Iron for the National Spoken Word Awards. If somebody could put the link down at the bottom in the chat room, and if you could put it at the top so they can go ahead and follow that. They are number 17 on that list. So make sure that y'all go over there. Some of y'all favorite poets that y'all heard tonight are also nominated. Shout out to our Griot, Geronimo, he's nominated. Lady Crucible, Lexi J, who else? Lottie. A couple of people that's here. Ebony the Goddess, she's also nominated. So go over there and vote for some of your favorite poets. Make sure that y'all do that. Thank you. If anybody could put that link in the chat again, I appreciate that. When y'all ready, I'm ready.
Okay. I just want to let everybody know for the voting, when you go over to the podcast and you look in the description of the podcast, that link to the voting is in that description of the podcast. So when you go back to listen to the replay of this or any of the episodes in the Grand Griot, you'll see that link posted in the description of the podcast, Iron Sharpeth Iron. So
okay, that's what's up. So y'all make sure y'all go do that. Spotify.
Yep. Okay. All right, hold on. All right. So I think we're ready to go. Are we ready to go, Payne?
Listen. Before we get into this final round, it's about to go down right now. But before we get into this final round, we got a word from Geronimo Tat. Let's go.
I see y'all here. You finally made it onto these stages and all this greatness. All that writing, all those pages, all those edits, all those changes. Even tonight, I'm sure you did some rearranging. All those thoughts of self-doubt like you ain't shit, like you ain't have what it takes to make it to first place. Like you ain't supposed to be here in first place, or worst case, you got that imposter syndrome. Like you should have been got sent home, but you've been wrong. For 100 days, 14 weeks, you turn receipts and envelopes into canvas, hoping your time doesn't get mismanaged every week. You speak and rise to the challenge as the Griot sage attempts to keep you off balance. You a savage. Kiana Pearl, you a savage. Miju, you a savage. A savage with good diction. You create real world feelings out of fiction. It's sickening how this added affliction added an addition to your addiction. Your prescription is to try out new techniques. You're not sure about them. You're just curious. Rigorous rewriting poem after poem until you sleepy and delirious. Wonder if your opponent is taking it just as serious. Oh, they are. How do I know? I've been where you are. This is firsthand experience. You're comfortable being uncomfortable. You function in the dysfunctional, like someone's period being late, but it's their period, so it's still punctual. I watch you grow into a better poet, a better competitor, a better you, or maybe this time this shine just gave us, the audience, a better view. Every week you met the requirements. Y'all had what it took to endure and secure your spot in a black and painful environment. You've been inspiring, not spiraling, gained new following, studied and gained new scholarship. It's obvious. You two haven't been idling. Mashing the gas, flooring the pedal. But tonight we have a score to settle. Will tens be rambunctious and we have to wait for the scores to settle? Who has the sharpest metal? So tonight, may your mics be level. May your tongue be sharp and words be lethal. On this finale of Iron Sharpeth Iron presents the Grand Griot.
Ladies and John DeMarco, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that. John DeMarco,
Wow.
Yo, that
Fire.
shit is crazy.
Fire.
I was like, yo, this dude just, yo, why you do
Fire.
that, bro? Why you do that, bro? Yo, that's
Fire.
crazy.
Yeah, that was cold, man. Iron, Sharpeth, iron. Yeah, B, that was cold. Yeah, that was dope. All right. All right. I done got the pep talk from Geronimo. Y'all done got the pep talk from Geronimo. Y'all got y'all got the inspiration from the grand Griot brother Habib.
Right.
Now it's time. Will you ascend that throne to take your prize, the title, Grand Griot?
Ooh, I'm excited.
Or will you have to wait until next year? Do it all over again. Leave it all on the stage. Team Black versus Team Black. May the best scribe prevail. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna flip a coin. I have said such coin in front of me. Who will like to call it?
Okay. I'ma hesitantly call it, but I'ma call heads.
Heads. Hold on. All right. Kiana Pearl is calling heads. Coin is getting flipped. It is tails. Niju. What would you like to do? Would you like to go first, or would you like to defer it to Kiana Pearl?
Kiana can go first.
Okay, Kiana Pearl. Griotis. Kiana Pearl. Get used to the name. It's on you, Queen.
I'm so introspective, I don't need an intro. The voices in my head are all the sound effects I need. There's no time. Tonight is an emergency. This is surgery, a crucial poet's procedure, and this time it's life or death. I'm short of breath because I'm giving you what's left of me. This piece is a poemolectomy meant to dissect the meaning of a griot. The G stands for gut because my stories come from the middle of me. I've been digging deep from my diaphragm, turning sentences into sonograms the way I'm showing you my insides. I dug every word from my womb. All natural birth, no pain medication, just meditation in my own madness. I've been genuine. So capitalize the R for how real I am. A griot has to know how to resonate, how to retell and revamp a story. I morphed my competition into characters and used the other poets as my plot. But my Goldilocks has a gun this time, and there's one more bear to be shot. Or is that too intense? Just in time for the I. The I in Griot is me. It's in first person because I'm first place, but it stands for imagination. And ain't I been consistently creative? It was hard to pretend that I'd be left at the altar. So my alternative was a dead groom. But I'm jumping the broom with the belt tonight, and Miju can be our best man. I'm seducing the title like I seduced pain. My pen is Novocaine the way it numbs me. Paper like prescription, that's my dynamic duo. The O in Griot is for open, and I'm an expert at exposing myself. I approached every prompt with a pit of my soul like I can't tell a stage from a stretcher. So I lay down and bottom out every time, and that deserves to be recognized. T, because ain't many poets as transparent as me. I'm turned on by people watching me trigger myself. I've taught my tongue to love the taste of trauma, can't you tell? By the tall tales I tell, I told y'all I'm grand at gutting myself, and tonight I'm grieving and gaping. I am shaking, scraping every sheet of my skin in a last ditch effort to win. This is the back page of my letter to God. I'm not as strong as soldier because I took all I can take, but it's the answer to my prayers. If one person can relate, my only hope is to make someone feel. My dream is to help people heal. I'm not MLK, but I've mastered how to speak to the masses, and I'm Grand Griot to my mama. Even if I don't end up winning this fight, I'll be Grand Griot to my daughter when I tell her a bedtime story tonight, and that's what matters the most. Not winning a competition. I'm spilling my soul, so win or lose, at least somebody finally listened. Gave me a stage with Habib that I could slam my sorrow on, and scores to distract me from scoring my wrist. Poetry has been my reason to exist. I've been solid and I've been sincere. And even more than I hate to be judged for my art, I'm happier just to be here.
Okay. Kiana Pearl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I thought this was clever. I counted 8 challenges that you mentioned strategically in this piece. I thought you did it cleverly, and I thought the sentiment of this piece was heartfelt. It's heartfelt, leaving it all out there on the table. And this was, I want to say it was clever. It was clever. I thought you relied a lot on the heartstrings, getting the heartstrings from the people, and I thought it worked. Illustrating all of the things you've been through throughout the course of this competition. I know for a fact it hasn't been easy. But just to remain resilient and steadfast and finish what you started is very admirable. With all that being said, I'm giving you a 9.8. Mr. Eric Moore.
Kiana, you've been like one of the poets I've been paying attention to since the beginning of this competition. You know, you have the ability to craft a piece with the intent to touching someone's soul, and at the same time paint a picture where people can visualize exactly what you're trying to relate to them. With that being said, what you just did was more or less along those same lines. I like what you did. I'm going to give you a 9.2.
9.2 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Kiana Pearl, at the very beginning, I feel like you came out the gate just swinging. But what was most notable for me was you found your vocal footing. This is the first time in a competition where I felt you be warm and solid from where you were speaking from, and it made a complete difference. I love the wordplay, love the bars. I loved the recap in an acronym setting. I love the I in Griot is for me. That was a dope flip. I love your confidence in this piece. Like it really came from a real place. The second half, I agree with Black when Black said the heartstring, the relying upon the heartstring. But I felt that in the second part of the piece. If the second part had matched the top, I felt like in the second part it needed more fight in it, like all the way to the end. Like you referenced the part where you said, like this was it, this is all I got, I'm fighting for my life, something to that effect. I think in the second part, all the way to the end, that fight needed to be there. With that being said, it's a 9.5.
9.5 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
Over the course of this competition, Counter Pearl, I really have been impressed with you during the course of this competition. Some weeks you were good, and some weeks you were great. I agree with every single thing Queen Bee said. This piece needed a crescendo. It needed to pick up at a part where it didn't. But I want to tell you, I think you're a smart writer. I really appreciate how you approach the art, and yeah, during the course of this competition, I became a fan of yours, Kiana. With that said, with this piece though, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna mimic Queen Bee. I'm gonna give you a 9.5.
9.5 has been recorded, and the Grand Griot himself, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, so I was excited, and I'm still excited. I was waiting for, like when you, like the Queen said, when you came out swinging, and from there it should have escalated. It should have just like a roller coaster. It should have just went crazy, and just going forward, leave everything on the table, leave it all on the table, because this is it right here. This is it right here. This is it. So leave it on the fucking table. Go in. I'm gonna give you 9.5, but you still in this. Let's go. Let's see what happens.
9.5 has been recorded. We are dropping the high, dropping the low, and we'll get the average of that. But in the meantime, let's welcome our brother Miju to the stage.
Can y'all hear me? Is my audio good?
Yep, the audio is good.
Cool. So, peace and blessings to everybody. The piece that I have for y'all tonight is called Malfunction at the Grand Griotorium. Uploading is in process. 5%, 10%, 35%, 45%, 75%, 90, 100%. Upload complete. I'm alive! I'm alive! Like Frankenstein, there's not a bolt unscrewed with me. I feel fused with this energy. I'm gonna keep it 100 like a centipede in a century while firing off like a century. I'm locked in, no master key, so I can deliver to you this mastery of a masterpiece that was crafted into me. Dr. El Shaddai made every detail from the feet to my eye so he could supply the people at this grand griotorium. I am alive! Yet I still feel a little battery malfunction. Please reboot. Rebooting. 50%. 100%. Reboot complete. 90% charge. Like Like there's a small chink in the system. I was coded in this algorithm to stay in rhythm with the tune of these voices that are programmed inside of my throat. Can you believe that just a simple shift in tone can make this an entirely different creation, phasing into different animations that can cause devastation through annihilation? I'm the assimilation of a weapon that doesn't know the meaning of being eliminated because I'm still standing before you all as the Grand Griot. See, when I entered this competition, my doctor told me that I was not going to be the same anymore, that I am not to consider myself to be the flesh that you all acknowledge me to be. I sacrifice bone and cartilage just to manifest these messages for I have stripped all possible feelings of humanity. But don't get it twisted. I'm not a godhead, but a conglomerate of iron pieces that keeps God ahead. This competition has forced me to install jet engines and start a blitzkrieg that would bring the mighty to its knees. And since I'm a part of this World War II, I've learned to construct these bombs with prayers that will pierce through any devilish bunker trying to shield itself from this fire. C4, ready to be deployed. Before I could drop this, I took baby steps. My first words inside this Grand Griotorium was, murder, murder. These niggas was on Infamil while I grew up sipping red rum, letting my opponents feel the snare from these drums. Niggas in the prelims was getting cut off like tree limbs, but my towns was moving weight like a gym. My metal is military, standing 10 hut while working ops like a boot camp. I had a spark of hope thinking this would be easy when it started. I. Uploading memory from the Grand Griot. 10%. 35%, 68%, 94, 100%, upload complete, 85% charge. I was tripping over stones that were never meant for me. People tried to kick and toss me around like a harlot, but I was never meant to be on my knees begging for another not to cast these physical objects at my endoskeleton. For I wasn't wired to be a crash test dummy for ignorance, so I used my agility to accelerate my pen's ability to fly past the rocks being thrown. But then, warning, memory overload, system damage, 20%. Then something had me weak to my system. I had forgot this word I created this I created. That was my password to my login. I thought it was spelled HIMULLA, but the I was the reason why my Wi-Fi wasn't connecting to the judges. There was some communication error that flashed all over my hard drive. I couldn't access the files that I needed to protect myself from these I-beams melting away the components that was for my opponents. This damage has exceeded warning. Both arms have sustained 75% of damage. Mobile use is of no longer available. Past my beliefs. I thought I was a full metal jacket that was immune to the works of the flesh until I realized the current data of me that was stored into my motherboard was out of date. So I had to tear off the armor in order to cultivate what was lost. I brought these people to church like Eric Moore to bring judgment to this evil. Cause battery life is depleting at a rapid rate. 70% charge. Was losing my voltage, trying to snap my head back in place after falling short of what was supposed to be a massacre for me. So I regenerated and was able to move metal like Magneto, bending and twisting this marble for a marvelous effect that infected the coils in my chest. I couldn't take it anymore. I told my doctor that I just wanted to be the king that motivates my people, cause I have a dream too. So all of my modules was screeching while preaching words that would put fleshly desires on sleep mode. You have one new message. Why do you deserve to be the Grand Griot? Sleep mode off. I was leaking oil, and now my motor is locked up. My spine twitches and glitches to the point where I am now married to this pain at an altar. I had to pray for something that was willing to give a maintenance for this check. check engine light. Now I am just a mangle of a mess before El Shaddai crawling for a fix. I wrote a letter to God for this reason because he's the only mechanic that I know. I've been missing my cognitive pieces that keeps my mental motors functioning. Tell me, do you know what it's like to be contorted while not knowing how to cry? I was searching for that seduction, that computer love for China, blue, to refuel my gas, but now I'm in desperate need of a pit stop, but it keeps going, error. Battery life is depleting at a rapid rate. Motor function in the head and chest cavity are corrupted. Current charge is 50%. You have one new message. Why do you deserve to be the Grand Griot? 'Cause I'm like a gun. I have an AK that likes to error. Reloading. 47% of these shells is now downloaded into nigga skulls. Too bad they short-circuited when my terabytes turned them into floppy disks. I may be a dent of Phillips head, but I continue to screw and drive into these pieces while being left in pieces. This is not the joy that I once knew as poetry anymore. Week after week after week after, I'm tearing away a part of me that dies too quickly. Everything is coated in rust, but me, I am still coated in this golden Grand Griot error. Memory space is corrupted. Battery life is low. Current charge is 30%. You have one new message. Why do you deserve to be the Grand Griot? I'll tell you why. Look at me! Look at me! I have reanimated myself before you all the time after time, just to rebuild the connection. I'm committing all of this assault and battery. Please charge, because I feel handcuffed to this war. My circuits are only being charged by the trauma that I had to endure in this competition. People doubting my technological advancements. People trying to copycat my vocals for their own achievements. People dragging my wires to the grave just to plug my prong into a cemetery. And you were asking some scrap little like me how to save poetry. Harley Quinn, Harley. No, since I was a joker. Like, what's the point of being a duo with another human if they just wanted to disconnect my service? The flesh wanted me to die just like them. Ooh. Battery corrupted. Charge update is unavailable, but I'm still standing. Even though I can't scan the corruption over my body, I know that this will was installed inside. My hard drive won't allow me to quit. I don't know the meaning of failure. I was built to overcome the world inside this Grand Griotorium. This travels deeper than any ink marked on a piece of paper. Any sound that could reach the frontal lobe damage has exceeded 75%. Has corrupted me. So I tell you this, I may not be human. I may not have the most likable form of poetry to the likes of humans, but I tell you that I have always been the Grand Griot. I have deleted all forms of human limitations long ago, and since I was brought up in this laboratory, my Lord El Shaddai has manufactured this fire. Warning. System overclock activated into me. I've literally sacrificed my poetic comfortability for the sake of evolution in myself. Every stage is covered in my poetic black ink that was written in pain. I've done it all. Voice box corrupted. It isn't easy scoring high. Battery failure has occurred. Activating emergency battery. I made a WWE slam piece to exert my dominance. Power bombing my ops, pile driving them into tombstones. This pen has retold the tale of stories of Genesis to the people so that they could spread their wings of Eden. This becoming a new creation. I had to fight past the warriors with their spears and animals. I had to walk beyond the remains of deers and kings just to show you the heaven that was encrypted in me. And through the system you dare ask me, do I I deserve to be the Grand Griot. Let me tell you something. I don't deserve anything. But that Grand Griot belt is what I've been built for. Or emergency battery depleting. My doctor doesn't lie. I will be grand is an understatement to me. It's not code black, coded, and me to doubt the outcome. The blueprint has my name printed on this stage. I am the android that pops its steel collar while lasering down my enemies. I was always the cyborg to copycat, but there can only be one Mijou. One, Grand Griot. And that is me. All glory to Dr. El Shaddai. Now that belt, hand it over. Error, malfunction.
Judges.
Wow. That was a production. That was extremely difficult. To maintain that pace throughout the entire piece. Maintain the distinction between the voices. I thought this was an epic piece. I thought you ran the risk of making it too long. But I don't think it was too long. You ran the risk, though. I thought it was epic between the transitions of the different voices. I thought the writing of the piece was decent as well. I thought the scheme of you being the AI, I thought that was very clever. Overall, I think you left it all on the table, Mijou. I don't think you held back anything. I heard the passion in your cadence, and the piece was fire. I'm giving you a 10. Mr. Eric Moore.
All right, Mijou. I'm going to piggyback off of what Black said earlier. You were dancing on the border with me of the piece being a little too long, but at the same time, you kept me engaged. You know, the creativity was definitely there. I mean, I like the little slick things you did with mentioning Written in Pain, Black, myself. I like how you did that. I love the way that you use AI and yourself as a mesh to describe why you deserve to be the Grand Griot. All right, with all that other fluff out the way, I'm going to give you a 9.9. Very good job.
9.9 has been recorded. The bar goddess, Queen B.
Mijou, you are a dynamic performer. Like, the amount of just sheer brilliance and the way that you can just, like, it's not just your voice, like, shape-shift your whole being into an inanimate object, something that's not even human. Like, I've never experienced anything like that, even outside of poetry. I also felt like I was right on that line of, is this too long? And I think for me, the reason why it fell upon me like that was just the stimulation
of the piece, it stayed the same. Like the majority of it, I really felt and heard the Joker. It would have been, I felt it would have been really dope, the distinguishment between you, your human self. I would have just loved to hear and experience that part of you more, in addition to the performance part that was shown. With that being said, it was a 9.8 for me.
9.8 has been recorded. Mr. Written in Pain.
When I think about a poet, because I do love poetry and I do love spoken word, but I don't always feel like I'm a poet. When I think about a poet, Kiana Pearl gives me poet vibes. In her delivery, in the way she writes, she's a poet. And I could see her being Grand Griot because she can write her ass off. But if I'm keeping it a buck, Miju, you a whole fucking show. And it kind of spills outside of poetry. What you do is outside of what I call traditional spoken word. You're a performer, bro. You know, I expect to see you on Broadway. I expect to see you on stages. I expect to see you doing voice acting. I expect to see you doing a lot of things outside of spoken word. You know, throughout this competition, your cadence has left me in a gray area at times because you're extremely vocal and powerful in your delivery. And sometimes I pondered if it overshadowed your pen. But at the end of the day, bro, I would pay money to come see you do what you do. It's a 9.5 for me.
9.5 has been recorded. Okay. And now, the Grand Griot himself, Brother Habib.
Peace and blessing. Listen, man, you had a 10 halfway through the poem, bro. Halfway through, I was like, yep, there's a 10. And I think that's what everybody's saying, how you were on the verge, because it was like, all right, he got it. And then you just kept going and going and going. And, bro, it's remarkable. I just was amazed, honestly. I was just listening, and I was just like, my eyes was open wide. I was just like really amazed at what you were doing, how you were doing it, and the effort to do it. I mean, you got to practice a lot and to make it seem effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't even seem like it was tough for you. Like, it was like, this is a difficult task. It was like, it just seemed easy. Bro, salute. Outstanding job. I'm going to give you a 10.
A 10 has been recorded. Okay. Thank you, Miju. We're going to take a quick intermission. And we'll be right back after these messages to tell you who is the next Grand Griot. Okay. The scores have been tallied. The verdict is in. There was no need for sudden death or spit off. First, before I say this, to both of you, and to all of the Team Black members, shout out to all the Team Black members, PPP, the names escape me right now. But the whole entire Team Black, Mahogany Soul, Mahogany Soul, Sierra, Kiana Pearl, Mijou, and
PPP.
I said PPP.
The pretty provocative poet, right? He said that.
And it was one more.
You have PPP.
Oh, Lady Crucible,
Soul,
Lady
Kiana,
Crucible,
Lady Crucible,
Lady
Sierra,
Crucible,
and Misha.
Lady Crucible.
Right.
All right. Shout out to all the Team Black. All of you guys came to compete. Mahogany Soul, that was a turning point in the competition because she was a fan favorite. And Kiana Pearl, she remained resilient throughout this competition. Even the weeks where it was a little shaky for her, she never let it really deter her. She still came back and gave her all the following weeks. And in 1 week, definitely scored a 30 with the seduction challenge. So, all you guys put a lot of work. This competition is more to take from it than just the money, the prize money, the belt, the book deal, the track. It's a lot of stuff, but the actual artistry, the pressure that you were under, that you was able to get through in this competition, cope through it. These are life skills that's going to be with you forever. And I hope all of you guys, I'm talking about everybody that was in this competition, I hope you guys now do feel that confidence or at least see a peak of what you can do if you apply yourself. I thought this was a great competition as far as drama and trauma. It wasn't a lot of stuff like it was last year. Bonds was actually formed and friends was made, and so I love the way that everybody really carried themselves, throughout the competition. So with that being said, let's get to these scores because we've been here all night. Coming in with a 28.5. Unfortunately, was not enough. That cumulative score was not enough to propel our sister, the Griotess, Kiana Pearl, as being the next Grand Griot. And coming in with a 29.7. Congratulations to our brother Mijou, who is now considered the next Grand Griot.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, my brother.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Kiana Pearl.
Yeah, congratulations to both
Kiana
of you.
Pearl.
Congratulations to both contestants. Y'all both did a wonderful job. Wonderful.
Oh, man. I know this is surreal. A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. It didn't go in vain. Both you guys did a tremendous job. And you should both feel very proud of yourselves.
Mijou, Me and P Black coming to Missouri to bring you that belt.
Yeah, man. We coming.
Hey.
We coming. We coming. We coming. We coming. And we gonna get there, man. Hopefully you got some place where we can go to the open mic, or you know what I'm saying, show us around the loop. You know what I mean? But yeah, we coming with that belt, man. We coming with the hardware, my brother. I'm pretty sure Payne talked to you. He spoke to both of you guys, and you know, all of the stuff with the bread and all that stuff will be taken care of and all that behind the scenes. But congratulations, my brother, man. Yeah, man. Both of you. But you did it, Mijou. You did it, Mijou. You came here with the resilience.
Seen it, Mijou. I'm a fan, Mijou. I am a fan, honey.
You did it, man. How you feel, brother?
Mijou, if you got anything you want to say, brother, please say it now. And because I know everybody is tired, man. So please, brother, say your piece.
Man, I just want to give a shout out to Yeshua HaMashiach, my Lord and Savior first, man. Like, oh my God. I've had sleepless nights, bro. Like, y'all don't, I've been through it. Like, it's just not been just this competition. It's just been life stuff, bro. I'm just so thankful. I'm thankful for this competition. I'm thankful for the growth. I'm thankful for everything because it all paid off. I give glory to Yeshua, and I thank y'all. I congratulate all the contestants because everybody didn't put in their hard work. They didn't work their tails off, man. This was not easy. But I thank Yeshua HaMashiach. He gets all the glory. Thank you.
Yeah, brother, man. I know it feels good, man. All that hard work and dedication paying off, man. And you deserve it, King. You deserve it.
Let me talk.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me talk. Yo, man. First off, I want to thank all you guys downstairs. Most of all, those of you who was here every week rooting for your favorite poet, supporting the movement, because that's everything to us. You guys that download the episodes and share the episodes and post the episodes and go back and listen, we appreciate all of that because that's how we make this movement move. We appreciate y'all for taking time out on y'all Saturday to come and support what we're doing on this app because, you know, life is life, and it's Saturday. And, you know, in the words of Hov, man, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all choose to be here with us, and we appreciate that. I want to send a shout out to Michelle Forbes, even though she's not here. Every time I called her, she stepped up. It was no hesitation, and it was times I could tell she didn't want to do it because she was tired or preoccupied or she had her grandkids or whatever. Michelle Forbes is a phenomenal poet, and I appreciate the time and the effort she took to come and take part of what we're trying to do over here. I want to send a shout out to Geronimo Tat. Geronimo Tat is a soldier. Like Geronimo Tat fuck with us heavy, man. I'll be calling this dude. It'd be like last minute, like Geronimo, no problem, man. For the last year, we've been referring to him as the Griot. That title is now going to go to Kiana Pearl, but Geronimo, you always going to be one of my favorite poets, not only on this app, but period. I fuck with your pen. I fuck with the way you approach this art. And, I fuck with you as a person. And I'm coming to Ohio to get my tattoo.
Big bet. Right back at you, bro, for real.
Shout out to Queen Bee, the Bar Goddess. We go back like two white boys in a DeLorean. So when I asked her, it was like, you know, not for nothing. The first time we did this, it was Poetry Idol. Queen Bee was the second runner-up. And, you know, when we decided to do the Grand Griot in the first place, you know, she was very much part of that conversation, how we were going to orchestrate this and do this. And so I got to send a shout-out and much respect to Queen Bee for all the work she puts in poetry. And thank you for answering the call. I really, really appreciate it. We appreciate it. You all appreciate it. Yo, this dude is the humblest dude in the world. He don't even want to hear no compliments, but I'm going to give them to him anyway because I told him today he got to start taking his Vanguard Award. You know what I'm saying? Getting up there, and it ain't time to be trying to be modest. Go ahead and take your flowers because you earned them. Shout out to E Moore, man. He's the Iron Man judge, man. E Moore really don't call out. He don't do no call, no shows. Like I said earlier, this is a dude that really made me want to take my spoken word to another level when it came to the audio aspect of me wanting to put my stuff on wax. The reason I dropped my first album was because of Beyond the Stage. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. This dude don't have to be here. Seriously, he don't have to be here, man. And so Emo is somebody I look up to, and I really, really appreciate you being here, brother. I'm going to shout out the First Lady of the Compo, who do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. She also keep, you know what I'm saying, she makes sure the IRS don't come for me and Black, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of the Compo when it comes to the business side of things. And shout out to the First Lady of the Compo, LM, man, you know what I'm saying? She do a lot that y'all don't know. So I'm going to shout out her because she's another one, man. She don't have no problem not being out front and still getting it done. And I appreciate you. You know, we appreciate you, Compo. Shout out to shout out to China Blue, the hostess with the mostest this year, man. Like you just you know what to do, man. You make everybody feel good. You make everybody feel like a star when they get on this stage. You make everybody feel like they at home or on your stoop or in your kitchen. And we appreciate you. You already know that, Compo. And we also appreciate you for the graphic designs, the PTRs, the poster, and all the other shit that you do behind the scenes, China Blue. You already know. Shout out to Khadijah, who stepped in for China 1 week and did the damn thing. We didn't miss a beat. And Khadijah, we appreciate you. And Kiana Pearl, I just want you to know you a griot in your own right. And I fuck with your pen heavy. I really became a fan of your work during this competition. Congratulations, Miju. 12 weeks. A lot of things happen in people's personal lives in 12 weeks. A lot of things happen that distract us. And focus is one of the things that we hope you get out of this competition, because life be lifing. And you might got a slam, you might got a feature, and life be lifing. But you know what I'm saying? You got to have focus, man. And to win this competition, you got to have focus. So congratulations. To Brother Habib, for the last year, man, you've been repping the brand as the Grand Griot. You the first Grand Griot. You always going to be the Grand Griot. To me, brother, you know, we poke fun at each other, man, but I got the utmost respect for you as a dude, as a Muslim, as a poet. You ain't that funny. I was going to say as a comedian, but you all right in that department. You so-so. You mid. But I respect you to the highest. And, you know, like, you like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". So, you know, some of that respect is just because you mad tall. I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And
yes, sir.
I really, you know, I really appreciate the love, man. I came out to New York, hung out with y'all, man. Y'all treated me good, man. We had a good time. And when I got that belt, man, that really, y'all don't realize this belt. Like, if the belt that Miju was getting is better than my belt, I can't even imagine. I can't.
Plus, his belt gonna have his name on it, bro. We have to step it up. His belt gonna have his name on it, bro.
Right.
We have to step it up.
Okay, well,
step it up.
I'm gonna go get me a Sharpie and then put my name on it too. But no, this thing right here, man. You guys, man. I really want to applaud you and Poetic Stack because this is keeping this beautiful culture alive, man. This is a part of it creating better, stronger, more amazing poets, man. And being able to hear Kiana Pearl, man, she blew my mind. I didn't even know she was on that level. Like, you know, like, oh shoot, and everybody, every single poet, it just was like blowing my mind, man. It just really blew my mind. And then Miju, bro, you worked for this, bro, and you earned it, man. You sincerely earned it, bro. This is something, bro, where you deserve a pat on the back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you put in work. I can tell everything you did, bro. This was not no, let me just sit down and do this thing real quick. No, bro. You were working like damn near like a job. And this is the reality of it, man. So when you come, give it all you got, put everything you can on the table. Don't leave nothing on the table, man. This is the reality, man. You are great. You become great, and you have become even greater than you were walking into this contest. So salute to you, King.
I want to send a shout. Go ahead, Geronimo.
No, I just want to say about Brotherhood B real quick. You know, that's my guy and all. And he said he was going to let me hold the belt for a couple of days. So I pulled the phone. He said he was in Antarctica getting some ice added to it and shit, so I couldn't get the belt for a couple of days. No, yo, thank y'all for allowing me to be a part of this. All right, this ain't my time. So
We appreciate you, Geronimo. We appreciate you. I want to send a shout out to Team Black. Y'all did y'all thing. Y'all won almost all the challenges. Y'all won the bread. And as Black predicted, it was an all-team Black final. I'm going to hear about this the rest of the summer, man. But it's all good. Shout out to Pretty Provocative Poet, Mahogany Soul, the Iron Scribe, Chiana Pearl, the Griot, Lady Crucible, Sierra, and of course, the Grand Griot Miju. Now, Team Black, a.k.a. the Golden State Warriors. Now, shout out to my soldiers, man. So let me tell y'all something, man. We was in the field, okay? Team Pain led most of the week with the highest scores. We did our thing. It's nothing to hold our head about. Shout out to Lexi J. Shout out to the bro Sincere. Shout out to the homegirl BK, Neo Soul. And shout out to the poetic genius, Chris Green. And of course, the capo of Team Pain, Candy Baby. Lastly, to my bro P Black, you know what I'm saying? We laid another brick. Couldn't do it without you. Combo for life.
For life, bro. We did another one. Man, we thank you guys, man. We really thank you guys for embarking on this journey with us. Everybody that followed the competition, who goes to the podcast and listen and share. We appreciate you guys. This has been another great competition. And congratulations to Miju, the Grand Griot Miju. Let me get it right. The Grand Griot Miju. And man, it's been a blast tonight, man. If nothing else, Payne, I think we can release the hostages.
Listen, we're going to take 2 weeks off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody need a little time off. Yes. Me and P Black will be back in about 3 Saturdays, getting back to Iron Sharpeth Zion, getting ready to do this all again. We'll see y'all then. We'll see y'all next Sunday. How many mics? Don't forget, check out Without Warning Radio. Peace.
We love you guys. One. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
The story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron sharpeth iron.